Wisconsin will test him in a Minnesota sweater tonight. Always great to be with you from Bob Johnson Rink, Madison, Wisconsin. Already some pushing and shoving as the...
Chris Foster is joined by the former Golden Gopher Ben Clymer. And we are just over 6 minutes into the first, and a chance brewing for Kyle Kukkonen, who is on the doorstep. He takes the puck away on the forecheck and keeps Luka DePasquo busy in net for Minnesota.
Great zone time there for the Badgers. Big Zelenos.
Captain, he heads to the bench for a change. Loose at center ice and stripped by Hendrickson. Up ahead to Tate Pritchard. Pritchard looking for the return feed from Mason Moe. It's broken up by Wisconsin.
Great turnover there created by Beckett Hendrickson. Pritchard's going to really develop into a nice player.
A stick goes flying in the air. That belongs to Wisconsin's hold for the point. It was broken up by the big body of Javon Moore, but a takeaway by Botterill.
Hustle right there.
Botterill as the puck slips in towards the blue paint. Talk on the doorstep. And DePasquo shuts things down in between the pipes. Deering, that is, in the circle. Up top, Dexheimer. Beg your pardon, that was Morrissey. Now Dexheimer for Finley on the opposite side. Finley, a pass into the paint looking for Tassi. And it's picked back up on the rebound by Morrissey. Dexheimer moves it along to Finley. Into the slot, it kicks up off the stick of Fitzgerald. In the corner for moved along, Gruba tries to knock it down on the half wall. And the horn sounds on the first period.
And so far, probably not what Minnesota would like. However, Coach Hastings going to head into that
opener back against Clarkson. So the precedent was set then. Look at DePasquo in net for Minnesota. Daniel Hauser on the other side for Wisconsin. A shot from the point, bangs off the back wall, picked up by Morrissey. Tassi was knocked over. He's playing without a twig, and it is sent off the back wall again, and Luke Middlestad has covered up Simon Tassi.
Part of Simon Tassi's game is absolutely getting you to go bonkers.
So 5-on-4. Power play for Wisconsin. With the offsetting roughing penalties and a holding penalty on McLaughlin of Minnesota. Badgers set up shop. Dexheimer running this top power play unit, and a redirect goal for Wisconsin on the power play. Christian Fitzgerald gets Wisconsin out to a 1-0 lead.
Great poise by Ben Dexheimer.
Up high, Finley gives him the puck. He's watching, he's scanning, shooting this puck in a position where the hands of Fitzgerald can touch that puck. He bounces it down. Big Simon Tassi out front, making it difficult for DePasquo here as he's looking through traffic, sliding to his left.
The goal, Ben Dexheimer, the defenseman, and Quinn Finley, who picks up his 7th point now in 7 games this season for Wisconsin. Montgomery going for another one for the Badgers. He was right on the plug side post of Luka DePasquo, and a shot from Kukkonen high and wide. Palachuk the long rebound on the puck at the point.
I think a great choice by Hastings putting this group back out as Mason Moe turns it over.
And Mason Moe a 2-on-1 with Pritchard, a shot and a score! Mason Moe ties things up, lickety split for Minnesota.
What a play by Mason Moe when Minnesota needs it most. Picks the pocket of the defender here, heads in on a 2-on-1 as the Wisconsin Badger Palachuk does everything he can to try to get back into it. He has his head up, thinking pass right there, pulls one to the far side. Unbelievable play.
Tipped off the side wall, opposite side. Pritchard moves it up to the line. It's Gruba onto the wing. Falloon. Gruba, one-timer. Knocked down and eventually corralled by Hauser.
Pritchard was the desired target there as LJ Mooney was trying to go cross box across the penalty kill box.
Larger role for Minnesota these days due to injuries. Trying to make the most of his chance. Luke Middlestad plays it down to Pritchard. Now Falloon again approaching the dot. Hendrickson for Paulson. Paulson moving towards the net. Paulson, the gliding puck, tapped out of the slot, and the Badgers clear as the sides return to full strength. Kukkonen out of the box and right onto the puck. Zelenov in Score! Blake Montgomery gives Wisconsin its second lead of the period.
Well, this clear was spot on, and I want to watch a little thing that Kukkonen does that makes the difference in this goal. He realizes he's all by himself. He's got 3 players around him. He's doing everything he can to just wait for his teammates to arrive.
As we approach November, assist on the goal for Vasily Zilanov, and another one tacked on for Kyle Kukkonen, who came right out of the box and is now into the score sheet.
It's just those little things, understanding, the game's within the game. He had to wait, had to be patient. Was probably going to get hit, but needed to put the puck in a position where his teammates could retrieve it.
And another chance brewing for the Badgers as Hensler, a second try! He scores! Logan Hensler gathers his own rebound and tallies his second marker of the season. Badgers up 3-1.
Well, if you fail, try again. That's exactly what Logan Hensler would do, the first-round draft pick of the Ottawa Senators. When they get in this offensive zone, the defenseman is going to get not one, but 2 cracks at it right there as you see Kukkonen bring that puck to net. A high rebound gets
Mooney, who takes the point position, goal line Clark, bringing it back up ice. Gruba to the forehand, and down to Mooney outside the circle. Mooney down low, Lamb trying to feed it in front, broken up again by Wisconsin's penalty kill. Here's Mooney, circling. Badgers looking for a clear. Zemer on the dot, a shot, it was blocked by Polotachuk. Spinning puck, held by Gruba. Gruba has Mooney to his right. Mooney up high. Down low, Clark threads it in front, and a goal for Minnesota's Brody Zemer on the power play. Much needed for the Golden Gophers.
Two times the Badgers had opportunities to clear this puck. They were unable to do so. This gave the power play extra life. Watch Jimmy Clark try to pull this all up. Peter Forsberg off the goal line and elevate. It slithers to the back door, and Brody Zemer is all by his lonesome. 4x6 in front of him, and the sophomore is able.
Close range. Paulson on the puck for Minnesota, and the horn sounds. Boy, any amount of time will do for Luke Osborne to try and make something happen on the offensive end.
Yeah, you put a step counter on him, it might need a couple extra digits. That guy's out.
Imagine Coach Steve Miller, the defensive coach for Minnesota, probably had a discussion with the defense to try to clear his lane so we can see pucks up hit.
Tassi for Morrissey in transition. Morrissey, a toe drag, throwing it in front, and Zemer stopped the puck for Minnesota, but Tassi looking for Morrissey, who redirected the puck with his boot. Polotachuk has it up high. Now Tassi off the crease and all the way to the blue line. In it goes again on the half wall. Tassi just all over the half ice. Morrissey, and on a counter chance, Fitzgerald for Tolk. Backhander and a gorgeous glove save by DePasquo.
Unbelievable. Effectively a backhand one-timer by Tolk right there as Fitzgerald comes in, tries a couple of different speeds to be able to open up that lane, and Tolk right there. That is so hard to do. I can't even tell you.
So Hendrickson in the box, and the Badgers hunting their second power play goal of the night. Badgers 1 for 2 with 3 shots on goal on the power play so far. Morrissey over the line, looking for Tassi. Morrissey still on the puck. Good poke check, Luke Middlestad. Dexheimer prevents the clear. Fitzgerald, left shot, score! Badgers back up by 2 on the power play. A redirect goal for Simon Tassi.
Well, similar to the way Minnesota has been successful on the power play tonight, a failed clear ultimately starts this opportunity. That puck goes hard, but not out of the zone. They go D to D. Fitzgerald's head is up, threading it through the defenders. I don't know if that hits Simon Tassi. That might be The initial shot, Simon Tassi nonetheless.
Doorstep, the shot came from Fitzgerald, who's asserted himself offensively in the second half of this game. Now Botterill for Wisconsin. On the left wing, DePasqua makes the great save. Tassi not done with the play. A shot from the goal line, and DePasqua ready for it as well. John Whipple there for Minnesota. Pass to Binsky of Wisconsin. Javon Moore now looking for Zemer, and the pass was squibbed. Dubinsky with it. And Tulk trying to move it along to Finley, who did his best to stay on side. Either way, Minnesota puck. Under 9 minutes to go, third period. Series with physical presence on the ice for Wisconsin. Zone held. Osborne knocked down by Gruba of Minnesota. Osborne looking for a seam, hands it off to Binsky, down to Tulk. Tulk across the way to Pasquo, big save on Morrissey. Puck is airborne and whistled down. Boy, Dubinsky had it on his stick, but it was caught up in a Minnesota player long enough.
What a save by DePasqua there as that puck was moved laterally with some pace on any weight on it.
Dexheimer brings it into the circle. Dexheimer into the glove of DePasqua, no rebound.
Good on John Whipple to go out there and try to block that shot, despite the fact he's got to be in a world of pain right now as you see him exiting your screen, going back to the Minnesota bench. Nice puck movement by Minnesota.
Tulk, Montgomery, over the line, dropped off. Botterill, a shot off the back wall.
Wow, what a zone entry there.
As the second power play unit on the ice for Wisconsin. 30 seconds left to go. Here's Finley, shut down by DePasqua. Begley clears it.
Real brave rush there by Finley, who was heading into harm's way with some speed.
Perhaps one last chance.
Pritchard obviously joining them as well. He's back, a right-handed shot, trying to collect this hopeful win for Mason Moe.
Morrissey wins the draw for Wisconsin. And Dexheimer could not clear. It was blocked or bodied down by Gruba, but the Badgers break it out. And Fitzgerald salts this one away with an empty netter and a hat trick for Fitzgerald and Wisconsin. 5-2. The Badgers salt this one away. That's an historic goal, Ben. Wisconsin has not had a hat trick against Minnesota since 1986. It's been 39 years since. Well, there are 3 games in the regular season left between these two Big Ten arch rivals. Montgomery creeping in, and Zilanov got tangled up. DePasqua stopped.
Job. Minnesota's been oscillating goalies back and forth Friday and Saturday, or game 1 and game 2.
John Whipple still
just laboring. Good,
yeah.
You know, good news for Coach Motzko is he does have that extra day. He said there may be an opportunity for Cal Thomas to come back in the lineup, which would be massive for the Gophers.
Tanner Ludke as well.
Tanner Ludke, yep, possible.